didn't realize that I actually hit live. I did not. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Why do I have this Smackdown background right here? Why do I have Smackdown up? Because, believe it or not, the man himself did not watch Smackdown this week. Heck, the man himself also didn't even go back and watch the highlights. The man himself. Only thing I did involving this week's episode of SmackDown was watch the top 10 video on WWE's YouTube page. That's literally the only thing I did about this episode of SmackDown. And why? Why? Because this week, WWE announced that multiple people, 24, double digits, staff, performers, and many of them, we only know 2 for a fact, four, I've heard of 4 names so far, that have tested positive for the current pandemic virus. That's right. Dozens of people. I think the last number I heard was 30. 30 people in this company have tested positive for COVID-19. For this virus. And what is WWE doing about it? It's basically the same thing as Jim Ross asking for an update on Owen Hart's condition back at Over the Edge in 1999. And Kevin Dunn's response is, "Oh, he's dead. We're live in 10, 9. That's the same exact thing. What's going on here? Dozens of people were sick. We're going live again in 10, 9. Does this company really give a shit about anybody? Do they? Do they care for the well-being of the people that are giving up their time, giving up the moments with their families to perform during a time like this where their shows are nothing but crap, are pointless, and are literally showing up just to get the paycheck? Just to get the damn paycheck. And just hearing the fact that they're continuing on after, of course, 2 of the people who tested positive were 2 of their interviewers. Renee Young and Kayla Braxton, who apparently has tested twice for the virus. And how many people have been around them? How many? A ton. Yet that still does not stop the WWE from holding themselves accountable for apologizing for putting all these wrestlers and their families' lives in peril. They think it's okay to just continue on taping these shows. And apparently they delayed the tapings by one day. You want to know why? They didn't like the results they got from when they tested people. And they thought, one day later, it could be better. But if not, we're still going to go ahead. Because Vince needs $dollars. Once again, CM Punk and his Art of Wrestling podcast. The WWE doesn't do anything to protect the wrestlers. They do things to protect themselves. So they can't look bad on TV. So they can't wear masks, right? Well, there's people walking through grocery stores with masks on. There is people who are not able to have big, large family gatherings because of this. There's people who are unable to get married or have that wedding they dream of right now on the date they want it, where they want it, because of this. Vince, for crying out loud! I lost my uncle and I lost my cat during the pandemic. I couldn't have a funeral for my uncle. You're not the only one who's suffering in this freaking terrible time right now. But instead, you are full of your damn ego. You have to go out and just pickpocket every little loophole to basically say, we're essential media. Nobody can survive without the WWE. It's meant to put smiles on people's faces. People see people with masks on, and remind them of what's going on right now. So, you think we really want to see people's lives get put on the line to entertain us? When also, you're not even entertaining us to begin with. What's going on right now that anybody's really that invested? Honestly, to me, nothing. Nothing at all. Some little things kind of draw interest, but really nothing. I've literally, last year when the wild card rule came up, I thought that was where I'm hitting my lowest point. It's I don't like being a wrestling fan because of stuff like this. I'm sorry, I lost my complete train of thought there for a second. But here's what this way. Every time I think the WWE has hit a new low, where it was in 2018, where they were desperately trying to give Roman Reigns that big win over Brock Lesnar to get that big pop when he beat Brock Lesnar, and it didn't work. That they went as low as having Roman Reigns feud with Jinder freaking Mahal. Or last year, when they had the wild card rule, and Vince McMahon desperately screaming out in the ring to give himself heel heat, I'm a genius! I'm a genius! I'm a genius! Because he's trying to be in full control of everything. And now look what he's doing. He's going as far as putting tons of people's lives in jeopardy. Because once again, he's just full of his own ego. Like I said in my own heart review, when I watched Dark Side of the Ring with Chris Benoit, I actually felt bad for WWE. I seriously did. I thought maybe this is why, they are how they are today. Their demographic and everything is super inconsistent. 1 week they're PG-13, next week they're G, then they're PG, then they're Youth 7 for crying out loud, next week they're MA, whatever the heck you want to say, TV-14, who the heck knows? But then when I watched Owen Hart's Dark Side of the Ring, I'm like, it's no different. It's absolutely no different. They are phoning these shows in. They are BSing around. What the? How in the world? Never mind. They're BSing around. And I've had it. I have absolutely had it. I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it anymore. I've seriously considered temporarily suspending reviews because I'm coming up here and I have nothing to talk about. I'm not excited to talk about any of this stuff. I want to be able to talk about stuff that I enjoy talking about. Especially like right now, things obviously, there's some numbers been going back up recently, but trying to savor moments to, spend time in person with friends, with my family. My sister's in town right now. I want to be able to chill with her and do things with her and some of her friends and whatnot. Why should I dedicate... Think about this. On a normal week, without pay-per-views or anything, I watch Raw, I watch AEW, 5 hours right there, 2 hours of NXT, 7 hours there, 2 hours of SmackDown, 9. 9 hours. 9 hours I dedicate a week to watch wrestling. And I work 40 hours a week. So basically, another work day and an hour of overtime I dedicate towards wrestling a week. and come up here. Sometimes I'm tired. To talk. Okay, this is nobody else's fault. This is what I choose to do. And anymore, it's not because I'm tired. It's not because I'm busier. It's because I just have no passion to talk about any of this. Nothing's exciting me. I miss the days where I would come up here almost any night when there's a Raw or SmackDown or NXT and literally talk for like 45, 50 minutes. Sometimes even longer. I've had a couple of pay-per-view reviews that have been an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. I rarely get those anymore. Very, very rarely do I get those anymore. Because there's nothing to talk about. There's absolutely nothing to talk about. Before I actually, recap SmackDown, there's no grade for the show because I didn't watch it. Before I recap it, this was pretty much a recap show dedicated towards The Undertaker. Let's check the live chat, see what we got here in the live chat. We've got Mark. What's up, Mark? He's saying, how are you? Other than the wrestling product, not too bad. He's sad. We're never going to hear the gong again. No, we're not, but maybe get the call quits while he can. No grade for Tyler as well. Just get rid of the women's tag title and the Universal Championship. Who cares anymore? They're going to find like 50 more titles to put in this company. Everyone's going to have a championship, and nobody's going to feel special at this point. And that's all the future is going to be about. Oh, they earned a title opportunity. Okay, what else is there? Besides, they've earned a title opportunity. It's boring. And also, how more people are going to pin championships. I don't get why Sasha's getting 2 title opportunities. Me neither. I mean, she hasn't gotten how many women's title opportunities for how long, so I'm not completely pissed about it, but I do get where you're going with it. Dark Side of the Ring reverts. WWE don't give a crap about these people. Vince is his own worst enemy. The reason Roman won't be back this is the reason Roman won't be back when this is all gone. Don't blame him. And once again, thank you, Roman, for making the wise choice for sure. I would rather watch WWE from 2003 to 2008. I wish I would have been watching WWE during those times. When it was actually good. Vince get over his ego. Welcome to my world. I stopped watching Raw and SmackDown during all this. The Raw of Mania 36 was the last time you watched Raw and SmackDown. I do not blame you, Tyler, for sure, because you have missed nothing. Well, again, Raw the past couple weeks has actually been kind of interesting. I'll give it that. But just the fact that, again, the way they're handling things backstage right now, it really is sucking the life out of me as a wrestling fan. It for sure is. I should want to be excited about seeing, Braun Strowman and Bayley being champion. But honestly, I'm not. I really am not. I mean, they've done better with Braun as champion than I thought. Well, just his feud with Bray Wyatt. His stupid feud with Miz and Morrison was a complete waste. And then Bayley, I'm back and forth with it, as I keep saying. But let's recap this show. Let's recap this show. All we basically got throughout the show was a bunch of people, talking about their favorite Undertaker moments. We had the Boneyard match was reshown apparently, and it was basically just a tribute show to the Undertaker. We heard from Mick Foley, Batista, Roman Reigns actually. We get a video package of his debut at Survivor Series. And then, again, the Boneyard match as well. We get some words from Reigns and Cena. And then more tributes. And then we have a segment with Baron Corbin. Of course. Of all people. Cheap heat. Cheap, easy heat to get is just bringing out Baron Corbin because you've literally just sucked the life out of him and drew him completely to the ground where, we can send out we need a heel to go out there and pretty much just get a bad reaction and put a baby face over. So send out Baron Corbin. Again, 3 years ago, I was so high on this guy. I was so looking forward to see what he could do. And then look what they do. They suck the life out of him. He goes out there and basically goes, "Oh, this is pathetic, guys. Undertaker was a waste for the past 20 years. First off, Undertaker wrestled for 30 years, not 20. So that makes you already look stupid. yeah, he's wasted time. He stopped people from getting more money, getting to the top. Like, typical scripted heel heat. Like, what? Like, where are we in kindergarten? How old are we here? So, Mark Calloway, I'll leave you with this. I'm thinking, oh, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? You were a dead man before you even came in. You're this and that. Mark Calloway, you suck. I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. Is that really the best you got? You want to insult a legend, and the best thing you can say is, you suck. Oh my gosh, that hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, he just told the Undertaker he sucks. Like, I'll bet you any money, Mark Calloway himself would stand in the ring and be like, is that the best you got? Rest in peace. Boom. Tombstone pile driver. But is that the best you got? To insult the Undertaker. You suck. And then Jeff Hardy comes out, brawls with him, and I guess our main event was Jeff Hardy and King Corbin. Of course, Hardy wins, and afterwards is basically like a repeat of what happened with Enzo Amore in the Cruiserweight division years ago. What's it called? Everybody pretty much just beat down on Braun Strowman. The ring was surrounded. Everybody basically just got a piece of Braun Strowman. I mean, not Braun Strowman, of Brock Lesnar. Wow! I can't even talk. Of Baron Corbin. Who wants a piece of Brock Lesnar? Who wants to get a piece of Braun Strowman? So we had that, which again was stupid. We get a Fatal 4-Way No More Contenders match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Listen to these names. Alexa Bliss, blonde. Lacey Evans, blonde. Dana Brooke, blonde. And Nikki Cross, not a blonde. And of course, Sasha and Bayley on commentary. So, 3 blondes and a brunette. You'd think one of the blondes would get the win, right? Because Vince loves his blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America! I take that out of a Deluxe Man's page. By the way, happy 10-year anniversary to Deluxe Man. Or now Alex. Yeah. So, yeah. Of all the matches to have all blondes and one brunette, and the brunette wins. Hey, correct. Yeah, but I'm just like, yeah, seriously, what with the one with the less likely to grab Vince's attention? So Nikki Cross wins, and Nikki Cross is gonna have a match with Bayley at Extreme Rules. Who the heck knows what's gonna be? Oh look, it's Bayley involved in another dumb match at Extreme Rules. She's been involved in kendo stick on a pole. Remember how insulting that was? Last year it was a dumb 2-on-1 handicap match with Bayley taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. What's it possibly going to be this year? I'm very intrigued to see what they do with it. I am wondering to see what they do with Bayley and Nikki Cross. Because Bayley has a jinx at Extreme Rules on her, and I have a good feeling every time I hear Bayley Extreme Rules, especially after that kendo stick on a pole match. I'm still waiting for one thing that's gonna make me say I gotta go back and watch Bayley This Is Your Life. Because once again, guys, I still have not seen that segment. That's the only thing I can be grateful my ex-girlfriend did. Is I went on a date with her and she prevented me from watching Bayley This Is Your Life. Because when I watched the YouTube highlights afterwards, that part until Bayley came out and tried to beat down Alexa Bliss is completely cut out. But I still haven't seen it. And I still don't think I want to see it. But I'm still tempted to place a bet saying, if I do this and this does not happen, I have to watch Bayley This Is Your Life. Who knows? I guess maybe that's what I need to do to actually stop watching this bull crap. If I watch another episode of Raw or SmackDown, then I have to watch Bayley This Is Your Life. Am I really going to do that? No, I'm probably going to end up peeking at it because, you never know what can happen. But once again, so we got that. Anything else happened on this show? Oh, we had a match with an 8-man tag match with the New Day and the Lucha House Party taking on Miz and Morrison, Nakamura, and Cesaro. And The babyfaces win. I think Lucha House Party pinned Miz, of course, because Miz basically is now the weak heel he was before I became a fan in 2016 again, and who cares? The only thing that happened that I see here, there's a segment with Braun Strowman coming out. Of course, once again, Braun Strowman is now again the choo-choo train among men. Yes, he wears a train also on his chest. Like, what's next? They're going to literally make a Thomas the Tank Engine toy with Braun Strowman's face on it? Because now Braun Strowman's not the monster among men. He's not the babysitter among men. He's not even the monster among champs, whatever you want to call him. He is the choo-choo train among men. They've taken Braun Strowman and made him into a child's play toy, as I said recently. But he came out. Obviously, they're resuming the feud with him and Bray Wyatt. But he, I guess, talks about how he challenges Bray, how Bray Wyatt one time sat him down, and Bray basically just was talking to a serpent, and the serpent was attacking Bray, but Bray was finally like, I realized that Bray is the devil himself and not the serpent or whatnot. And then he basically says he wants to take it right back to where it all started with Bray and go back to the swamp. So, it sounds like we're getting like a swamp match at Extreme Rules with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. And I don't know how I feel about that, though. Because that gimmick with Bray Wyatt is pretty much dead. So, I mean, this is the only thing I can really say I appreciate, that they're trying to do something a little bit different and not make a typical, you beat the man himself, Bray Wyatt, but you can't beat the Fiend. I mean, the Fiend already did take out Braun Strowman in the build for the Hell in a Cell match last fall. But still, the fact that they're basically going to have Braun Strowman take on the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, it scares me. Again, it worries me because really this should be Bray getting the title back. Like, again, you should have never taken off him to begin with. I keep saying, you could have still had him face Cena at WrestleMania. And again, it could have been Cena's 17th World Championship or Bray Wyatt avenging one of the biggest losses in his career. And even though you saw the live reactions I did, I was speechless. I did not know what to say about that match. After digesting it, it all worked. Bray Wyatt basically played the mind games with John Cena because of everything that John Cena had been saying. Pretty much wasn't talking about Bray Wyatt. He basically was talking about himself. So, why did we take the championship off him in the first place? Oh yeah, that's right, because Spear versus Spear is going to be the match that draws the viewers. Get real! But I don't know. Again, this Braun Strowman Bray Wyatt feud, again, I said before, is the only thing that I will say that actually feels like different, unique. But again, it's not. It's still something I'm concerned with, them basically having Braun Strowman taking on Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt back at the Wyatt family swamp. And, yeah, I don't know. But then we had that, and then again we had the main event, Jeff Hardy versus King Corbin. That's the show. But so again, I didn't watch it. I can't give it a grade. Hope you enjoy my rant, guys. Again, I don't know if I'm going to really review these shows right now. I literally have zero passion. I mean, I'm definitely going to not review AEW and NXT this week, since it's basically a 2-night affair, rather than, I don't know. Since it's basically, like a 2-night pay-per-view for the next 2 weeks, I may just, just give myself some breathing room and, still watch the shows, but don't review them. Who knows? I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But Raw and SmackDown, I don't know. I can't bring myself to support a company that is so reckless that things bite them in the dust, yet they try to cover it up. They're flat out telling people who are sick to not reveal to anyone else except their family that they're sick. Why? Because WWE is a bunch of cowards. Coward! Either that whenever Daniel Bryan was yelling at Miz, or whenever Seth Rollins was poking Baron Corbin going, coward, 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 coward. Mr. Mark Calloway, you suck. What have I got myself into? But that's it, guys. Let's check the live chat. See what I got before we go off the air. Nothing much really. Mike, this is your life. Yeah, you got it. This is my life. W2K20 have a Wyatt Swamp Arena in the bump in the night. Maybe, who knows. I'm out of here, guys. I don't know. I'll see you guys next. I really should do a top 10 again. Again, I'm sorry I haven't. Again, guys, trust me, I would love to do top 10s weekly like I used to. Again, I just don't have the time anymore. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta do something new. I gotta get my video game Let's Plays back rolling again. I'm just about ready to do my Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix one, but who knows? But I'm gonna check out, guys. No grade for SmackDown this week. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on everything else going on with this stupid bullcrap? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBoy93. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Peace out, everybody. Yeah, no, I will surprise. There's no